The following message is transmitted at the request of Dr. Ron Paul. It's happening.
Oh, it's time, ladies and gentlemen, time to make a malt liquor video. Oaktown Hellbilly, aka Mr. Met 40 ounce, back again with another one. With my King Cobra premium malt liquor, straight off the dangerous streets of Stockton, California. In order for me to bring you this high quality, authentic malt liquor entertainment production tonight. Vinyl Hall and malt liquor, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm half in the bag. This ought to be a good one.
You cannot stop it, it hasn't even begun.
Malt liquor, barcode out. Shout out to Falstaff, of course.
I told you so, why did you believe them? I could have saved you.
Delicious! Liquor! Shout out to Loot Bag Larry 209 J Jones. Global 420. Rock Bottom 559, of course. And Cause of 25, the motherfucking Northern California contingent.
But don't call it a grave. It's the future you chose.
Shout out to Mr. Raider 009. The Iron Man of malt liquor, the Incredible Hulk of malt liquor, the fucking Lou Gehrig of malt liquor, the Cal Ripken of malt liquor, ladies and gentlemen, the motherfucking Mark Messier of malt liquor, Mr. Raider 009. Ladies and gentlemen, follow his, go subscribe to his fucking channel and watch his entire old catalog. You're talking masterpieces of malt liquor right there.
It's happening.
Malt liquor, Malt Patriot 2.
You could have prevented this.
Rochi 420, Gambino 81.
It's happening.
Fucking Pro Weed 420. And Machiavelli 420 as well. Malt liquor. And Huff. And the legendary, the great fucking Huffy 72. Holding it down in the UK, drinking malt liquor, doing what they do over there. Huffy 72. Vinyl Showcase and Malt Liquor Video Time 2. Florida 32 ounce. Shout out to him. Vinyl Showcase and Malt Liquor Video Time 2. It's been 10 months, man. Come on now. All right, let's get into this masterpiece. Now, somebody on my last malt liquor masterpiece, my last vinyl hole and malt liquor, correctly, and I mean correctly, said that the can of malt liquor was not showcased properly at the forefront, which it is now. I had it over here, and it was partially. The view of the can of malt liquor was partially obscured by my Audio-Technica LP120 turntable. So he was right. We corrected the problem. We got a forefront right there. And that's from the last masterpiece I just made a few minutes ago. This might be a long one, so settle in. Get yourself a fucking 40 ounce of malt liquor and enjoy it. I make long videos from time to time, so here we go. First up, from Econo Jam Records in Oakland, California. The Foskins, the good, the bad, and the Foskins. A masterpiece. 1977, Britain, that's the way it goes. A little bit of street punk and oi for you. And I slept on this record for a long time. I knew about it, I knew it existed because I had heard Plastic Gangsters on a comp back in maybe 96, 97. And I just, never really got into the rest of the band's catalog. And then this was playing on the shop's turntable in one of the shops I went to. I think it was Phono Select. Possibly Econo Jam, I don't exactly remember. And I said, what the fuck is that? And they were like, that's the Foskins. So when this came available again, this is a 2022 repress on the fuck is it here? Oh, the Radiation Records label. I guess they bought out the rights or whatever, and they did a repress. It's immaculate. It's very good. Yellow vinyl, out fucking standing. I showcased it on my Instagram earlier. Take a look at that album cover. You cannot fucking beat that album cover, and that's one of the main reasons why I love it. I mean, look at the blue right there. That's all you got to do. Malt liquor reminds me of those times down in fucking Tijuana. Malt liquor. Shout out to my Stockton homie Bub-Bub. Okay. The Good, the Bad, and the Foskins by the Foskins, ladies and gentlemen. Highly recommended. Great album right there. The B-side is some live cuts, a compilation of live cuts. But the A-side is all original shit, out fucking standing. And fucking over 40 years old, still relevant today. Next up, Rancid 1993. A masterpiece, one of the first punk albums I ever bought. Probably within that first week, because I know I bought in Out Come the Wolves and Let's Go. Then I went back after Payday a few days later, and I picked this up as well, because it was on my list. It was not on the very first day, but it was on the second time I ever went and bought punk music. That was on CD. Now we have a fresh pressing from 2022. Had not been pressed since about 2015, I think. Outstanding. A great album. I can't wait to open this up later on and listen to it. It's a punk album. Ooh, well, Mr. Matt, Rancid is this and Rancid is that. Yeah, we got you. Don't give a fuck. Do what you got to do. Absolutely love it. You like what you like. Listen to whatever the fuck you want to listen to. You know, it doesn't matter. As long as you're buying more fucking vinyl, the fucking better off it is for everybody else. For all those of us that enjoy this. This is a great hobby. Music is wonderful. You don't have to listen to punk. You can listen to whatever. But, you know, go buy more vinyl. Even if you don't listen, it doesn't matter. We appreciate that. Thank you. Rancid, 1993, outstanding. That was purchased at 1234 Go Records in Oakland, California last Friday. Malt Liquor. Study that label. All right, up next. This was off of Discogs, and it came from Germany. Barney Wilen, French Ballads, a jazz album. Also, in comparison with the Foskins album, I mean, you can see what we got going on here. Beautiful women abound. That's what it's all about. You know, and this picture was taken probably either in Paris, maybe outside of Paris. I don't know where it was recorded exactly. This is the gatefold. It's a repress from 2020, and as I saw it on Discogs about 8 months ago, and I stupidly didn't get it when it was kind of affordable. So then I went back to it. I put it on my want list. I went back to it, and it was about twice the price. I paid I think $40 for this, $44, plus shipping from Europe, which was expensive, but I had to have it. I wanted a fresh new copy. It was still in the shrink wrap, and that's what I got. I've since opened it and listened to it several times. This came in a while ago, but we had to get it. Barney Wilen, French Ballads, a spectacular fucking jazz album. And I mean fucking spectacular. But not quite as spectacular as this fucking 25-ounce can of King Cobra premium malt liquor straight off the dangerous streets of Stockton, California, in order for me to bring you this high-quality, authentic malt liquor entertainment production tonight. Malt liquor. Up next, this arrived today. I just barely opened it right before I cammed up on my other channel. But the Business Suburban Rebels, a masterpiece. An absolute masterpiece. If you call yourself a punk rocker, you must have this shit in your fucking collection. That's a fact, Jack. This basically started, I mean, there was other like street punk and oi and stuff going on. Foskins was before the Business. There's a few other bands before the Business. But the Business really inspired a lot of people. And I was very fortunate. Mickey Fitz, rest in peace, you know. God rest his soul. He died in December 2016, and I'm very fortunate in the fact that I was able to see the Business twice. Once in November 2011 in Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina, in a club that is now defunct. I can't remember the name of it. It's not there anymore. The whole building was torn down because it was condemned anyway. I did get to see the Business in there, and then again in Anaheim, California in 2012 at the Juke Joint, March 2012. Both performances were excellent, and that's before Mickey Fitz knew that he even had cancer. Fuck cancer, he died of cancer, it's fucking horrible. He was the heart and soul of this fucking band, and that's the way it is. My goal is to collect the entire discography of the Business on vinyl, and I'm getting there. Not easy to do. Some of the stuff's out of print, so you have to pay a little bit more to get it or whatever. Some of the shit, it was like, I think everything was pressed on vinyl, I think, but I'm not 100% certain. There's maybe one or two that aren't, but we're getting there. This is one more. The Business Suburban Rebels. From Discogs, had to get it from Germany. Outstanding. Malt liquor. Up next, another Radiation Records repress. Agent Orange, Living in Darkness. 1981, Southern California punk rock. You know, reminiscent of the Adolescents, of maybe kind of earlier Black Flag, but more of a surf vibe to it, you know. There is not a bad one on here. Every single song on this thing is excellent. And they're coming through, you know, I think they're coming to San Francisco or the Bay Area. I'm wanting to say in December. I'm not 100% certain on that. I got to look it up. But when they come through, I've never seen the band live. This was not on my radar for a number of years. I saw it down at Econo Jam Records. I said, I'll get it when I get it. And fortunately, on their Instagram fucking thing that they do every night, they had an extra copy, and I said sold right away. Had to get it. You know, that's the way we got. That's the way we roll right here. Agent Orange, Living in Darkness, an outstanding masterpiece of punk rock. Surf punk. if you will. You don't even have to like punk, but you'll like that album. Malt Liquor. I gotta tell you, this King Cobra Premium Malt Liquor is absolutely refreshing and fucking delicious. Brewed and packaged by hardworking, patriotic fucking Americans, and you need to support that. Up next, the Misfits Earth AD. Finally got a pressing. Has not been pressed, I believe, since 2014 or 15, maybe 16. A long fucking time. So if you looked on Discogs, if you looked on eBay, you know, you were going to pay like $35, $40 for it. Luckily, I saw on Instagram again, 1234 Go Records in Oakland, California had posted that they were going to get these in the following day and they would have them out on the shelves, which they did. And I only paid, what the fuck was it? Oh yeah, $20. $20.99 plus tax. So not a bad score right there. Whereas maybe if I would have looked at it 2 months ago on Discogs, I would have paid $40 for it. Misfits Earth AD, not a bad one on here. The highlight of this whole album is Death Comes Ripping and Demonomania, with Death Comes Ripping is my favorite song on the whole album. But there is not a bad song on here. This is more of a hardcore vibe to it. It's very fast. Some of it's more, it's kind of, some people might, this is not the first foray that you should go into with this band, definitely not. You want something that's a little bit more melodic, so you want collection 1 or 2. But this one here, it's fast, it's furious, and you have to read the lyrics because it's difficult to understand exactly what they're saying. Death Comes Ripping is my favorite song on this album. The Misfits, Earth AD, highly recommended for anybody that's into punk, hardcore, fucking whatever the fuck. Even if you don't like punk, you'll like this. Malt Liquor. Malt Liquor label out. Now, this one came from fucking Canada. Shout out to Ronnie Boy Maltz and the roommate Kate Kirst over there. This came from Canada. It says 30 Canadian dollars on it, but that's like 22 American dollars. But the shipping, however, the shipping was another 15, I think 16 Canadian dollars. So I ended up paying about $35 for this record. Agnostic Front live at CBGB. The fucking Bridge 9 2012 pressing with the embossed sleeve on it, the higher quality paper, nicely embossed on there. This is a fucking masterpiece for any AF live album. And I got another one on order, the 2006 one. Excuse me, the 2004 recording that was released in 2006. That one's en route. I haven't gotten it quite yet, but I will. This is the end-all, be-all for AF's live albums. I wish they would do one more, you know, maybe in like maybe upstate New York or wherever they have a venue in New York, but it's not the same. You know, this is recorded in 1988, I think August of 88. It wasn't released until 92. Maybe, actually, I think it was released originally in 89, but it was widely released in 92. And I had this on CD that I bought maybe in 97. The B-side of it is the United Blood EP plus a couple other, you know, cuts and stuff. So, an outstanding record. Agnostic Front live at CBGB, the Bridge 9 2012 recording with the embossed sleeve. Out fucking standing. Shout out to full staff, of course. Malt Liquor label out. You know what we gotta do? We gotta set the tone. I'm half in the bag. I'm feeling pretty damn good. You know, god damn it. So we're gonna set the fucking tone. Probably have to listen to a fucking stupid ad. Fuck fuckers. Everybody's talking about the good old days. Shout out to Loot Bag Larry, don't forget the chaos. So everybody's talking about the good old days. Wu-Tang Clan, Can It All Be So Simple? The instrumental, which that's what we're showcasing. I was listening to this earlier. Oh, fucking standing. Shout out to Huffy 72. There you go. Malt Liquor's the star of the show, not me, not any of this other shit. Up next, Old Dirty Bastard. Return to the 36 Chambers, the dirty version. Outstanding. A double album, double LP. Everything's on here. All the cuts are on here. All the CD cuts are on here. This is a repress from 2016, I believe.
Everybody's talking about the good old days, right?
That's a little loud. Live TV, folks.
Well, let's talk about the good old days.
Live TV, folks, it does happen. let's talk about the good old days. Released in 1995, the debut solo album from the Old Dirty Bastard. This was in the first wave. 94 was Method Man's Tikal. 1995 we had Raekwon the Chef, Only Built for Cuban Links, right? We had fucking Jizza the Genius, Liquid Swords 1. And then we had Old Dirty Bastard, Return of the 36 Chambers. This is a fucking masterpiece of hip hop. If you love hip hop, I don't give a shit if you're from Los Angeles, if you're from Chicago, if you're from New York, or from Miami, if you're from fucking, doesn't matter, Butt Lick, Arkansas, or Dumpwater, fucking Florida, you will like this. Guaranteed. Old Dirty Bastard. And this one was expensive, man. 28 bucks for that. It was the last copy that 1234 Go Records in Oakland, California had, and I just had to fucking get it. I first bought that album on cassette and on CD in 1995. This was summer of 95. And I remember listening to it for the first time and I'm thinking, all right, that's pretty good. And then once you hear it the second time, the fucking third time, and all this and that and the other thing, it really resonated with me. I loved it. I still love it to this day. You know, Snakes, fucking Shimmy Shimmy, all that shit, it's all on there. All the classics. All the Wu-Tang, all the Wu bangers is on there. And we got one more left, and this is for NickGutted and HellToupee80. Like I told you gentlemen before, I gotta build my metal collection. And that's what I'm working on. You know, I'm gonna get into the more obscure shit, but I have to have a base of stuff first. And I know you suggested Fistula, fucking, I think Celtic Frost, and a couple other great bands and stuff. I'll check all that stuff out. I'll get into some of that death metal and shit, and some of the black metal that's whatever. It's not the black metal trash, by the way. But for right now, we have to start off with the more mainstream heavy metal. 1994, Pantera's Far Beyond Driven. A fucking masterpiece, one of their greatest albums. My favorite from Pantera is The Great Southern Trendkill, which was released in 96. This is released in 94. And I remember at the time I was in the Army, and I was into hip hop and gangster rap, but I was also listening to a lot of alternative. I had already heard The Offspring, I liked Nirvana, I liked Metallica and stuff like that. And my roommate at the time, when I was in the fucking Army, had bought this when it first came out, Far Beyond Driven. And he put it in, and I remembered fucking the song, I Fucked Your Girlfriend Last Night, While You Snorted Drool, I Fucked Your Love, and all that. And, you know, I was like, listening to that shit, I was like, man, it's deep, you know? The guitar work, the drumming, the technicality of the whole album. Yeah, it's 90s and stuff, you know, whatever, but this holds up great today. 20 years from now, it'll still be listened to. My favorite is Great Southern Trendkill, and then a close second is Far Beyond Driven, and then Vulgar Display, and then Cowboys From Hell to round it out. Those Reinventing the Steel I did not like. I thought it was horrible. Not my style, but those first four, after the glam metal days, because if you know what happened back in the 80s, but the first four after the glam metal days, that's fucking heavy metal royalty right there. So HellToupee80, NickGutted, I will branch out in a little bit more of that other shit that you told me about, of course. But for right now, I gotta build up a mainstream collection first. Fuck. All right. This might take a fucking minute. Study the label, ladies and gentlemen. When live television, it does happen. Yeah, let's go with that. Fuck yeah. But we gotta listen to ads, you fucking scumbags.
Last all year, guaranteed.
Fuck you.
Yeah, big news.
Fuck you.
Cinnamon roll, frosted mini wheats.
I don't care. Go fuck yourselves. Fucking D.I. Richard Hum himself. Another masterpiece, another great punk band from California. refreshing and fucking delicious. I'm out from the bag, and I appreciate everybody staying tuned and enjoying the show tonight, you know? Shout out to Bub-Bub, my Stockton homie. Delicious. Delicious. Hometown Hellbilly, rate, comment, subscribe. Whatever the fuck you gotta do on the fuck out of here. Buy more vinyl. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for purchasing more vinyl. Thank you for being interested in vinyl and buying fucking more of it. That's all we can ask of you. More liquor. I'm the fuck out of here. We'll see you next week.